Since I was a kid, I always had big dreams. Wanted to be famous, wanted to be rich, wanted to be a famous YouTuber, but I never did anything to achieve those goals. How does that link to this video? Well, I never did anything because my self-image and my self-confidence were so low. And that meant I could never reach anywhere near my goals, because your habits are only as good as your self-image. Welcome to the channel. My name is Seth. I'm a creative athlete, trying to make something of myself and documenting the entire process right here on this channel. Subscribe right now and let's do this all together. Okay, so from the actionable steps in this video, you will learn how to improve your self-image and self-confidence to not only enjoy life more, but to improve your habits and get closer to your goals. So this is what I did to boost my self-confidence. First of all, I started doing hard things. I did this without even realizing it at the start, going outside my comfort zone. Around when I was 14 or 15, I hadn't got in the gym yet, and I was strange. I had a weird trim. I just was small, skinny, fat kind of thing. I just wasn't didn't have much to me because I wasn't doing anything difficult. It was early January of 2021 when I first got in the gym, and I stuck to it for 6 weeks because my brother had persuaded me to get into the gym and got me on a training program. So I wanted to do him proud and finish the 6 weeks. There were so many times I hated it and wanted to quit, but ultimately after the 6 weeks I ended up really enjoying it. And just like that, even before I finished the 6 weeks, like 4 weeks in, I had transformed my self-confidence. I was doing these hard things, I was doing these hard workouts, maybe only 3 times a week, but it completely changed the way I looked at myself. I looked at myself as the guy who could get hard things done. I was strong, and even now when I look back at that, I wasn't strong. I wasn't even doing that hard of a workout, but it was just that kickstart to change forever. Doing those hard things, getting outside of my comfort zone and growing, and I keep doing that, so then I can finally get to where I am now, doing actually really hard workouts, and I am actually really strong. But even now, I'll look back on myself in 2 to 3 years to come and think the same thing as I did back then. It's just how growth goes. Going outside your comfort zone, trying something new, and then outside your comfort zone becomes your new comfort zone. Say it again. And that's why building confidence and maintaining confidence is a lifelong battle. You don't just do it once and then you have it. You have to keep doing it and keep building on it. Otherwise you'll lose it and your self-image will start to fall. And this moves us lovely onto the second tip, which is doing the things you said you were going to do. Damn, I struggled with this for so long. I wasn't fulfilling any of my promises I made to myself. I was like, oh yeah, I'll wake up at 7, and then I just wouldn't wake up. I'd wake up at 9:30, and then I'd feel shit. I'd feel shit about myself. My self-image would crumble every time I made a promise that I didn't fulfill. And then I didn't have confidence in myself because I didn't think I could trust and believe myself to the things that I said I was going to do. So to change this, I started small. Started with smaller things like, okay, I'm going to wake up and then I'm going to make my bed. Not any time attached to it, just when I'm going to wake up, I'm going to make my bed. And then I'm going to do a cold shower. And then I'm going to do something else. Stacking these wins of things I said I was going to do and then just doing them because I knew I had to do it for myself. I owed it to myself to make the change, to do something different, and to do what I said I was going to do. I wanted other people to believe and trust in my vision, but I didn't even trust myself. So I had to start doing these things, building up. And now you're going to get to a stage where you're like, okay, I want to build a YouTube channel and I'm going to film 2 videos a week. And I believe myself now that I will do it. And I'll probably end up doing more because I believe in myself so much, and I believe in the vision now for myself, and other people are starting to believe in the vision now. And that's when the switches come, and that's because I changed my self-image and my identity to align with what I wanted to be and where I wanted to go. Just before we get on to the final tip, if you're interested in transforming your life, I have a new offer running, 4 core principle guide that will transform your life in 35 days. And I'm running a special guarantee right now, which says if you don't transform your life in 35 days, I will give you a full refund. That's how confident I am that this product will work. So click on the first link in the description and invest in yourself today. So the final tip is identity changes and self-image work. This absolutely transformed my life, and it's really been a pillar of my last kind of year on self-improvement and personal development. Looking at the way I see myself, reading this book, Psycho-Cybernetics, such a good book. I recommend reading it. I haven't even finished it. I'm like halfway through and it's literally changed my life. I've been such a slow reader with this. I've kind of started reading other things. I've been reading it for over a year, which kind of isn't the best, and that's kind of one of the areas I'm still trying to develop my self-image for, is trying to be a reader. I feel I really struggle to stick to books, stick to reading and stuff. Transform and swap between loads of different books. But this is really helping, and I'm definitely getting better at it and sticking to books and reading them consistently. And it talks about how our self-images align with our habits. And that's where the quote of this video comes from. Your habits are only as good as your self-image. So an easy example is when I was trying to start running, I didn't want to go run because I didn't think that was me. I was a bodybuilder. I was going to lose more of my gains. But I transformed my identity into an athlete. So I was like, okay, I'm an athlete now. What would I do? I'm gonna go for a run. And people are like, why are you going for a run? You're a bodybuilder. I'm like, no, I'm an athlete. That's who I am, that's what I do. I go for runs, I do hard workouts, I eat well, I sleep well. That's just what I do. I'm an athlete. And that's just it on a really, really simple level. Building up your identity to who you are, or where you want to go, because your habits will follow. And I think it's a really, really powerful thing. It's like right now, I'm trying to transform my identity to be a YouTuber. So the first thing I do when I wake up is plan YouTube videos, make YouTube videos. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to build. And it takes time, it does. But if you stick with it, stay consistent, it will happen much quicker than you think. So I do recommend buying the book, Psycho-Cybernetics, if you're interested in self-image and identity and the way that our mind thinks and how that has connections to the real world. Those are my 3 tips. If you follow them, I'm sure you will see huge transformation in your self-image, self-confidence and identity, which will help you develop your habits, which will help you get closer to your goals. Once again, check the first link in the description. Seriously consider investing in yourself. That new refund right now is crazy. Make sure that you achieve your 35-day transformation. And thank you for watching this video. Do subscribe, join this journey, documenting my entire life right here, documenting the entire process right here on this channel. Leave a like on the video, comment any questions you have. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Woo, let's go. Thank you all.